Hi lovelies, I hope everyone's having a lovely day today. So today I'm going to be reacting to Billie Eilish. This is a Billie Eilish interview that she did with Nike. Yesterday somebody messaged me on Instagram and asked me if I could react to this. So thank you so much for this request. And also before we jump into this, make sure you follow me on Instagram and send me a message of the next video you would like me to react to. Make sure you follow me and then send me the message just so I can see your message and I don't miss it. But anyways guys, thank you so much for watching and I'm going to jump straight into it.
The youth climate movement being like ferociously, passionately, brilliantly led by teenage girls.
Okay, so climate talk. Think global, act local with Billie Eilish talking trash. I feel like this is, something Billie would do. So this is fresh and new. And this dropped on Earth Day. So, yeah.
Passionately, brilliantly led by teenage girls.
You don't have to be called an activist to talk about what's right.
In Billie's hair it's just giving me so much life right now. It really does suit her, like.
I'm curious if there was a moment, Billie, when you were like, oh, climate change.
The phrase global warming, I had no idea what that meant. I was like, it's warm. Yeah.
Warm sounds like kind of a nice thing.
It does sound like a nice thing. I don't know if there was a specific moment. It was just kind of a growing thing of me just like, damn, this is really going on and it's really getting worse. So
Yeah.
So you gotta do something with all that caring.
I feel like with global warming and stuff, a lot of people don't care, but there's also a lot of people that do care, which is sad because people should care anyway, even though nothing is happening, like, not like nothing's happening now, but people should care now, even though, they themselves, nothing physically is happening to them. But I just feel like people need to care. Okay, people need to care.
absolutely, it's so much easier to just say nothing, right? It's like every little thing really does matter, as small as it may be. I just feel better as a person doing them. Little things. I feel better as a person not eating meat and dairy. I feel better as a person not using straws.
That's true. And also I want to say, I know I keep buzzing it, with her saying like she feels better at eating meat, not eating meat and not having dairy. I do have meat. I have fish and chicken. I'm trying to do the no meat thing, but at the moment all I eat is fish and chicken, and I don't have dairy. Like, I've cut dairy out and I feel a lot better. Like, I don't get this, like, when I used to have milk, I used to get this cough, like this weird thing on my chest. Like, I can't explain it, but now that I don't have dairy, like, I feel really good. So, and I've lost a bit of weight too, so yeah, that's good.
I want to know like what your feeling is on how and where to like channel our energy.
When it comes to addressing the climate crisis, we have to transform everything, right? It's electricity, it's transportation, it's like buildings and agriculture and land use and manufacturing. Like, it's all of this. It actually helps me to choose an area of focus, right? Like,
Billie's so pretty. I'm sorry. Her hair looks so nice.
On the ways that the you're smirking at me like a real life marine biologist.
Oh, I know, because it's crazy. Go on.
Yeah, my focus is on this like intersection between ocean and climate, and used to be more so on the science side, but now it's on the policy side, right? Because it's like this crazy puzzle of science and policy and economics and culture that all add up to how we live together on this planet.
A lot of the world is like, well, if you're going to speak up, you have to be 100% committed to every single thing that goes with what you're saying. But really, it's not about being 100% perfect. It's about doing what you can. How would you go about talking to somebody that wanted to know how they could decide what to care about?
A lot of times when people ask me about this, it's like, what's the one easy, simple, quick thing I can do to save the planet? And I just want to say, like, yo, we are so past that point. For me, the question is, like, what's the thing you can do first? The way that I think about it is kind of like a Venn diagram. Imagine like 3 overlapping circles. The first one would be, like, what are you good at? What skills do you have being a web developer or a farmer or an artist or a teacher or a lawyer or someone who makes things really cool so that other people want to join in? And then there's like, what is the work that needs doing, right? What is the whole list of climate solutions that we need to like go full speed ahead with? And then there's the part that like people don't think about enough, which is what brings you joy? Like what's going to get you out of bed in the morning so that this is not just like a miserable slog.
I love it.
How are you exploring that for yourself? How are you finding that it's like exciting for you to show up?
I've signed petitions, I've gone to marches.
Yes.
I've talked about it in shows. I really try to say it as much as I can to as big of a crowd as I can.
Yep, she
I have
does.
this way to stand in front of, 60,000 people. I could say anything. On tour, we've been kind of doing everything you can think of to make them really green.
Billie is...
How have you found, Billie, with, has been the reaction as you've been, like, putting yourself out there, using your platform to spread the word about all of
Let me just say, though, like, I do watch a lot of Billie Eilish interviews and stuff, as you already know, but I don't really react to other celebrities, so I don't know. But I have noticed that Billie does say a lot about climate change in her interviews. Like, she says it in Vanity Fair. She said it a couple of times in Vanity Fair, okay? She said it in... Who was the other one? I forgot. But she also mentioned it in a documentary as well, when she was like, on stage somewhere as well. So she really does like care, okay? And she's the only person right now who I have seen like religiously like talk about it.
things people can do.
The thing that's been like really nice is seeing, especially a lot of like young fans, say like, ever since Billie said this, I've changed the way that I live my life. I just got shivers just saying that, just because even as small as it could be is so impactful. I have talked about this since I can remember. Don't shove whatever you want someone else to feel down somebody else's throat. You have to let them come to it by telling them about it, talking to them about it, telling them how you feel about it, not how they should feel about it. Nobody's gonna want to do something if they're forced into it. It's just how we as human beings work.
When we think about who's impacted by the climate crisis, it's often communities of color, poor people who are already marginalized, who just get like hit the hardest by the impacts, right? Whether that's like hurricanes or floods, or wildfires or droughts.
That's all happening now.
Don't have a lot of options and resources to protect themselves or to rebuild their lives, who are super at risk. When we talk about climate justice, it's making sure that everyone has an equal opportunity for a healthy and safe life, even though the world is changing around us. And if we don't do that, then in my opinion, like, we won't have solved the problem.
This is a really cool interview.
I'm really excited about the cultural shift that's happening that you're a part of. How do we shift the status quo? How do we shift what's normal?
Something that's been really exciting for me is seeing how hard companies are going at trying to make clothes and shoes and any type of merchandise for whatever as, climate friendly as possible.
So it really matters that someone is brave enough to say, like, we're going to eliminate waste from our supply chain. Like, whatever the things are, I think that's so key to, like, have the bar just going up.
I don't know about, I'm in the UK, as you know. And here, like, a lot of places like McDonald's, I don't know about KFC because I don't really go there, but McDonald's, I think Subway as well. There's a lot of places that don't, even like Ribena, Capri Sun, like they don't have plastic straws anymore. Like it's paper straws. So there is a few companies that are definitely, you know, changing up, you know, not using like plastic and stuff, and like using more paper. Even bags, like there's bags as well that people are changing that are not plastic anymore. They are paper or something else. Is it like bio something degrade? I don't know, something different. It's kind of plastic, but it's not plastic, if you know what I mean. But yeah.
Up and up and up. Like people used to repair their socks. I don't know, I feel like I've read this in Little House on the Prairie, like darning socks or something, right? Like it was normal to patch your clothes. It was normal to hand down your jeans to your little sister, right? Like let's repair things. Let's not just throw them away. Let's think about how we can make things to last. Like it's almost like a back to basics vibe.
Okay.
What are things that make you hopeful?
It's really amazing for me to see young people, teenagers, like registering to vote in record numbers, turning up to the polls, calling their elected officials, being like, yo, I need you to do way better on climate. Because that has totally changed the game.
Hearing people talk about, since she said this, I changed this. That makes me so hopeful, and I will say it till I die. Just any impact. It's so important. I was wondering for you, like, how do you, given that you know what you know about the climate, how do you stay grounded and like take care of yourself while knowing what you know?
I have no idea if all the things that I'm trying are gonna work. It's big and it's scary, but my brain's reaction is not to get depressed and give up. It's to say like, all right, what are we gonna do? Who's doing what part? How fast can we get this done? What are the solutions we have at our fingertips? Like, how can we collaborate? How can we build the biggest team? The trick is to find ways to be useful. On my gravestone, for sure, I will earn the words like, she tried, you know?
Yes.
And that's kind of all we can do.
Listen, it's all you can do. It's all you can, what else can you do but try?
That was a really nice interview. Very different, very educating. Yes, so I really did enjoy this interview. Like I was saying, it's a very educating video for people that aren't really sure about climate change and stuff like that. I also found out things that I didn't know about, but I just feel like we need to start caring about the world, okay? We need to start caring about our world, okay, and climate change, because like I was saying before, I feel like people don't really care right now because they might not be, you know, experiencing certain things, and maybe they will care when they do start experiencing certain things, but maybe when that happens, it's too late. So, you know, like they were saying in the video, just do some of these things. But let me know what you thought about this video in the comment section down below. I hope you have a lovely day today, guys, filled with positive vibes, good energy, all of that good stuff, and I'll see you soon. Bye.